I'll be breaking down this simple Instagram ad strategy that you can start using to blow up your coaching business. You can go ahead and just copy everything that I'm showing you in this video and start using it for your business and start seeing results. So without further ado, let's get into it. My name is Ty Smith. I help coaches and consultants set up what I call the simple funnel, and this is just one aspect of the overall simple funnel, but it's the most important aspect, and it is extremely profitable and will help you blow up your coaching business. So without further ado, the first thing that I want you guys to understand is the difference between hard ads versus soft ads. First, let me go ahead and make myself smaller real quick. So we're going to go over hard ads real quick. So what are hard ads? Hard ads are direct response ads. Basically, you see these every single day on your timeline. People hitting you with hard commitments, basically trying to get you to book a call on their calendar, get a quote, or whatever. You see this with people saying like, hey, here's a hook, here's my offer. Now hop on a call, or their call to action is hop on a call, get a quote, whatever it is. You see these every single day, and these are all across different industries. These, I'm not saying that these don't work. Of course they do, but again, they are extremely expensive to run direct response type of ads like this. And also, if you don't have a brand or a following behind you, like I said, this will make it extremely expensive for you to run these type of ads, especially if you're a smaller coach and you don't have the budget like that to be spending tens of thousands of dollars or more on your ads to be spending that type of money on those type of leads, those type of cost per book calls, and so forth. So with that being said, you're also competing against the best. You're going against the sharks within the industry, the Alex Hormozis and so forth in the industry when you're trying to do hard ads. You're competing against people that already have established brands and reputations within the space, which make it easy for them to do hard ads because people already trust them, they already know them, and they're familiar with them. So they can put out a direct offer to a cold market, to an unaware or problem aware market, and get cheaper costs because they're already known. They already done the back end work to put themselves out there to basically acquire these customers for cheaper than you would. Because if you go out and try to make the same ads that Alex Hormozi does, you're going to see that your costs are going to be extremely higher. So that's what we don't want. So, and then in addition, you also look like everyone else when you make hard ads. These are the same ads that you see every single day scrolling down your timeline. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. You see everyone that kind of just copy each other, and it all seems very similar, and that leads to the market becoming oversaturated with these type of ads. And that also lowers the trust when someone else sees your ad because they saw 10 other people make a very similar ad with a similar offer and a similar call to action, just lowering their trust and not wanting to work with you. Now, I'm not saying hard ads don't work. Of course they do, but at the same time, like, they're going to be harder to acquire customers. And even if you do get people to show up on your call and you're sending it out to an audience and you have no brand or reputation behind you, you're going to face, you may acquire leads, you may acquire some booked calls. But again, even if people do show up to that call, if they show up to the call, you may have a low show up rate in addition. But if they do show up to the call, you're going to have to do a lot of hard selling and convincing them to want to work with you because they had no idea who you were when they initially booked that call. And you're going to have to do a lot of objection handling and stuff like that when you actually get them on the sales call. Now, soft ads. What are soft ads? Soft ads are the objective of this Instagram ad strategy that I'm breaking down to you today, which is essentially you are your own competition. You're not competing. Let me go back. You're not competing with other individuals within the market because you are focused on providing value and giving educational content to the people that you want to work with. Your cost per acquisition to acquire these customers are going to be way cheaper because you're providing value up front and education up front, leading them down the awareness levels a lot quicker than you would with hard ads. With soft ads, typically you're only giving a soft commitment, which is literally either watching a video, giving you a follow on Instagram, or just leaving a comment. So you're giving a very soft commitment where they don't have to commit to a lot of anything. And then you're acquiring these people and then you're going to target to them, which I'll explain in the next slide. So with that, you look unique and you build trust more easily because you're not trying to attack them with a hard offer like these other people are that they see every day on their timeline. You're just literally providing them with a solution to the problems that they're facing and so forth. And then you're going to create an ecosystem that is essentially selling for you. And this is putting you into a blue water market, essentially, meaning that you're not competing with a bunch of the sharks. Hard ads, if you want to look at it like this, is basically if you look at a bunch of sharks, they're all circling around eating the same food and the big sharks, they're going to take a majority of the food, leaving smaller fish, like smaller coaches and stuff like that, with the leftovers. And then the big people in the industry, they're going to take up the most amount of space, get the most amount of food, and leave you with the higher cost to acquire leads, higher cost per book calls, and so forth. So with a blue water soft ad, you're essentially your own competition. You don't have to worry about competing with the bigger people in the space because you're in your own lane. You have this entire blue water of ocean to acquire your own food and not have to share it with anybody else. So let's go ahead and break down to how to actually make a soft ad. So first, let me go ahead and move myself over here. This is the framework, and I want you to always remember soft ads are simple, and I'm gonna keep it just very straight and to the point. So you're gonna make good intent content. This is just valuable content that is gonna solve a specific problem for your audience. This content can be anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes is a sweet spot. This type of campaign is going to be a video views campaign, which is a campaign that allows you to get people to watch your video or to have Instagram find people that are most likely to engage and watch a video to a certain point. Next, you're going to create nurture content. This campaign type is going to be a reach or an engagement campaign, and you're going to target the top 25% to 75% of good intent viewers that came from your good intent content. You're going to target them with more nuggets of information to inform them on your offer. This can be reels, this can be carousels, this can be image content with long form text and so forth. And you're going to give them lead magnets and just more valuable content that informs them on your offer even more so that you can push them down the awareness level from being unaware to problem aware to solution aware. That's the whole goal, is to get them to solution aware and then product aware and then, ready to buy, the last awareness level. And then once you have that and you have nurture content, you're going to go ahead and start making action taker content, which is what I call action taker content, which is a DM or call booking. That this campaign type is a DM or call booking objective. You're going to take the warmest audiences of your nurture content and hit them with action taker content that's going to be in the format of stories and reels. And then you're going to target the top percent of these people, of your warmest audiences from the nurture content, and target them with direct call to action story and real content, basically saying, hey, if you want to work with me one-on-one, go ahead and DM me or go ahead and book a call. And therefore your cost to acquire these people will be extremely cheaper because you've moved them all the way from unaware to solution aware to now ready to take action, to where they're product aware of you and most likely ready to buy by the time that you hop on a call without having to do a bunch of extra selling and so forth. So that is how you go about creating this type of content. This is how you go about the Instagram ad strategy. It's very simple, straightforward, and to the point. So with that being said, I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any more questions about this, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at Mr. Ty Smith. There's also going to be another video, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the top right hand corner that explains more about this funnel and how it works and how you can start using it for your coaching business and the other aspects of the funnel. This is the key main point of the funnel, but there's other important aspects as well that can help you and make this into a whole powerhouse machine for your coaching business. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.